Rhinos may be considered charismatic megafauna because they are relatively large, well-known animals that attract our attention. However, relatively few people have heard of the Javan rhinoceros because spotting them is extremely rare and they are critically endangered. They are up to 2 to 4 meters in length, up to 170 centimeters in height, and they weigh between 900 to 2,300 kilograms, so these are quite large mammals. These majestic creatures are quite shy, and they're not known to be aggressive. Unlike other rhinoceros species, they also only have one horn. They are herbivores and feed on leaves, branches, and fruit by simply plucking them off the trees. Males travel larger ranges than females, and therefore need a lot more space to live. And they're also more territorial. These rhinos sexually mature around 5 to 7 years of age for females and 10 years for males, so they do have quite a lengthy developmental period. They do not live in groups, they live a solitary life, and their life expectancy is around 30 to 40 years of age. The basic answer to this question is that we really don't know much about the Javan rhinoceros's preferred environment because this animal is so rare. And we don't have any in captivity, so we really haven't had a chance to study it. Most likely, though, they wouldn't have the chance to live in their preferred environment today because of humans' pervasive influence on their natural habitats. In the last decade, they have been found primarily in lowland tropical forests, which are forests that grow on flat land near water. Virtually all lowland forests, however, have been destroyed by humans for agriculture, things such as palm oil and hardwoods, which we know as deforestation. It has been suggested that these rhinos used to live in a more diverse environment, including mixed forests, grasslands, and on high mountains. But what we can be certain of is that in the natural environment, these rhinos would not be restricted to tropical forests. By understanding that there are less than 50 Javan rhinos left in the wild, and all are located in one small area, it becomes quite obvious how their lives have changed in the last few decades. Javan rhinos are one of the world's most endangered species, and certainly the most endangered of the 5 rhino species. Currently, the entire population of these rhinos is in a national park in Java, which is in Indonesia. This image nicely depicts how pervasive these changes have been. In orange was their prevalence roughly 100 to 200 years ago, in areas such as northeast India, throughout the mainland of Southeast Asia, and on the island of Sumatra. And to think before this time how diverse their population might have been, compared to this now, which is literally the area within the small red circle. The last Javan rhinoceros in Vietnam was killed in 2010. As previously mentioned, habitat destruction has substantially impacted these changes. Technology has a huge role to play in this because machines rapidly accelerated forest destruction. The expanding population also has a crucial role because rhinos were forced to compete with humans for land. The rising population is largely a result of industrialization, meaning we could feed more people and store food for longer periods of time. It is also the result of advances in science and technology, meaning we can keep people alive for longer. However, the most pervasive driving factor is poaching. Javan rhinos are killed for their horn, alike to elephants, which is sold on the black market, primarily in East Asia, because in some cultures such as China and Vietnam, they are used as traditional medicine for the belief that it has therapeutic properties. The horn is ground and the dust is consumed. However, they are also used solely for ornamental purposes to demonstrate status. Because these rhinos are so rare, their horns are probably worth even more today than ever. The black market is largest in Vietnam, and these horns are very expensive, so people are highly driven to kill rhinos for this purpose, especially in developing regions where rhinos are located. The advancement of guns due to industrialization has given humans the upper hand. It was much harder to kill these rhinos before guns, but with this technology, Javan rhinos have been overpoached, which they are highly susceptible to due to their long developmental period. Mind you, these animals have been protected since 1975, demonstrating how difficult the task is of protecting these animals. This may be defined as a predation relationship, where humans benefit but rhinos are severely negatively affected. To some individuals, these rhinos are more valuable dead than alive because they have no real purpose for humans alive. It is common knowledge that animals without human purpose don't fend well in modern times. Current threats to the national park these animals are situated in include natural disasters, disease, poaching, which is a constant threat, invasive species that decrease their food source, and inbreeding due to reduced genetic diversity. And this is a really big issue because the genetic integrity is really at risk due to such a small genetic pool. Several organisations are committed to protecting this species. Together they are trying to stop poaching through anti-poaching teams and expand their habitat. Why protect these animals? More and more people are appreciating this species for nothing more than their intrinsic value, along with arguments of biodiversity. However, if this species wasn't so rare, would we still want to protect it? The future of this species is highly uncertain and highly depends on the actions us humans take.